Alright, y'all. It's Easy the King. Like and subscribe. I'm back with another one. Continuing a third movie in animal horror. As promised, we got the one and only Cujo. Now I'm gonna get to the cast real quick because this might be a short review because the cast not too large and you know what I'm saying it's not too much to go on and over about. So I'm gonna get to it real quick. We got Dee Wallace as Donna Triton. We got Danny Paterno as Ted Triton. And then we got Cujo, which is the Saint Bernard. And I'm talking about this damn dog huge. I'm talking about the dog at least 120 pounds. Big ass dog. And it's a simple plot, you know what I'm saying? And it gets to it. Very suspenseful. The movie starts off, you know what I'm saying? The little kid is kind of like the panic room girl, where he kind of asthmatic. So that's going to play a factor in the later portions of the movie. But he's just a normal kid on the, like, they live in like a, this is a Stephen King movie, so they most likely live in Maine. And it's a small rural town. The husband goes out of town for business on the weekend, and it's just left with Donna and Tad at the house. The movie starts off just, you know what I'm saying, setting that plot up. This not nothing major or a big plot or something to think about. This is simple, quick, basic movie. When the husband goes out of town, that's how the movie starts off. They talking, he getting his tie and suit ready, she packing his bag. The son in the front yard playing with Cujo, which is Saint Bernard. The damn dog bigger than the boy. The boy about 6, Tad. So that's when they call it. The dad called him in to say his final goodbye before he leave off to the airport, and that's when Cujo wanders off in the woods chasing after like a rabbit or something. The rabbit goes down a rabbit hole, and that's when Cujo is like clawing, trying to get in the rabbit hole, but it's not a rabbit hole. It's really just like a tree trunk, you know what I'm saying, turned over, and he just obviously can't fit in it. And that's when a bat sees Cujo, because the bat is, you know, camping out inside the log, and it bites Cujo's nose and infects him with rabies. So that's just the first 5 minutes of the movie. So they pan back to the family. They saying bye, bye, bye. Now the dad kissed the wife goodbye and the son, and then that's that. It's a few other characters I ain't even finna mention, like the neighbor, a farmer here and there, just casual neighbors to come by in the neighborhood here and there, the mailman, stuff like that. But it's nobody to mention that's important. So about 20 minutes into the movie, after Cujo's been bit, he looking normal, like a big, nice, healthy dog. Like 20 minutes after he get bit, his nose is like puffy up, it's rashy and like kind of pussy. And you see the deterioration of him throughout the movie. So when Tad come up to him, he like, "What's wrong, buddy? What's wrong, Cujo?" He said, "Mom, some Cujo's acting mean." Cause Cujo trying to like, you know what I'm saying, get away from the boy. And smoke break real quick. Cujo is just irritated because this rabies bite is starting to irritate him. So he just started, you know what I'm saying, trying to get away from the boy, you know what I'm saying, because he's still kind of conscious before the rabies take over his body completely and he become a monster. So he just trying to like get away from the boy, not like he's subliminally thinking, I don't want to hurt the boy, so I'm going to get away. He just want to be alone because he in pain. So the movie keeps going on. You see Cujo like going through the forest, you know what I'm saying, just chilling. But as the movie going on, you know what I'm saying, Cujo is starting to look meaner. He's starting to have like, you know how rabies affect dogs? The saliva at the mouth, the growling, the aggression. He start rolling in dirt, getting dirtier because he's trying to scratch the I guess scratches from the body. I guess the pain he feeling and the anxiety and the irritation of the disease wearing on them. So Cujo gets about 2 kills in the movie. I think he goes wandering through the forest and he comes upon like a neighbor down the road type, not a next door neighbor, but like a down the road type of neighbor, like a farmer guy. He creeps up on them, you know what I'm saying? Very suspenseful type of scene. Cujo creeps up on them, attacks him. Like I said, he's a Saint Bernard, he's not a poodle or even a pit bull. He bigger than a Rottweiler. If you know how big a Saint Bernard is, you get it. Like I said, I don't want to keep insinuating it, but he about 120 pounds, maybe more. But he kind of tall. He a big ass dog. So he overpowers the man, and now he comes back home, bloody mouth, bloody everything. Because I think the man stabbed him or like shot him, but it grazed him. The lady, Donna, and Tad hear this from a mile away or whatever. A gunshot rings out. And that's when they hear like, ah, in the distance, and the screen pans out of Cujo walking off with bloody mouth. You know what I'm saying? Cujo kills him. When Cujo gets to the farm, he lock eyes with Donna and like rushes her. Like she instantly started running from him and he trying to kill her. So she like the main character. So of course he getting some close, you know what I'm saying, scratch on her, maybe a bite at her but don't get her. She hits him with a few things and gets to the son. Cujo chasing after her and the son throughout the house, throughout the backyard. It's an intense scene. This the scene that got me, because this is a movie, like I said, I didn't say it, but I'm going to say it now. This came out in 83, so it's a year before I was born, but I grew up watching. I remember watching this as a 4, 5, 6-year-old kid. And I'm about the same age as the boy playing this particular boy. So I'm like, whoa, this intenseful. I was scared. And to this day, I'm not scared of dogs, but I got a healthy respect for him. Far as if I know the dog or know his pussy, I ain't scared. But if I don't know the dog and the dog is just wilding out, if I'm by myself, I'm good. But if I got my kids, I'm super defensive. So dogs is just, I don't fuck with dogs. I'm really not a pet guy. I mean, I ain't against them or PETA or nothing like that. I'm just not a pet guy like that. I like exotic creatures, snakes, you know what I'm saying, fish, turtles. I'm an exotic creature. I'm not a dog, cat guy because I had them most of my life. Back to the basics. So Cujo chasing them, he finally corners them because they had throughout the yard and the house, tearing the motherfucking house up, trying to get to him. They get to one destination spot, which is where the movie take place the last like hour, which is the little Pinto car. Cujo like ramming into the car throughout the movie. He trying to bust the windows. It's hot as hell. So the car is super hot. It's intense. You know what I'm saying? Some people can say this movie is a little boring from this aspect. The cat and mouse game, like I said with Panic Room, where the criminals outside and the panic room people inside, and sometimes they got to get out to get the medicine. The people want to get in to get. It's like one of them situations where Cujo main focus is to get in and get at them, but sometimes they got to get out to get something to drink. They got to get out to get the little boy's medicine. He convulsing in the car from the heat. So it's intense moments like that. Every 30 minutes, somebody drive up. You know what I'm saying? Just on a humbug, somebody who coming to visit her, and Cujo take them out. But while he taking them out, it give her time to get something she needed from the house or some keys or whatever. The car is steadily not cranking up because it's an old piece of shit. But you know what I'm saying? This is basically the whole movie. The first 20 minutes was the setup with the bite for rabies and all that, the first kill. This is like the second and third act. And at the very end, what happens is she, throughout all the missions, she end up have to get out and get to a pistol. So then on her way back, finally trying to get in, she has to have it out with Cujo. He attacks, lunge. He finally gets her, bites her. Bow, bow, bow. She pops Cujo. He slumbers down. He dies. I mean, it's a somber end. That's when the husband comes back from his business trip. They've been a hostage in this damn car for like a whole damn 24 hours. I mean, I might not be doing this movie complete justice, but I'm telling you, this was a good-ass movie, and I think it's an underrated animal horror classic. I'm going to give this movie a solid 6 out of 10, you know what I'm saying? It's not super duper special, but with me, I judge movies on the merit that I like them, and sometimes, as I did with the Jaws, I keep bringing it back up because I gave it a 4. Some movies I judge on an overall perspective, where I might view Jaws as a 4, but most people think it's a 10. This probably is a 4 to most people that I got as a 6 because I particularly like it. But that's the movie Cujo. Horror Months continue. Next day, I got a banger for you. I don't got the list of the movies I'm doing in the order, but stay tuned. ZZ the King, your favorite horror channel. Like and subscribe, and I'm out.